All right, guys, so there's about a minute left in this game. I will be covering the Super Bowl next. I'll give my recap for that. But I just have a point to make. You may be wondering why I'm wearing my Ravens jersey. Well, that's because I finally can make this point. And I hope people are willing to listen. Because for all the Chief bandwagoners and arrogant Chief fans and all these people that just don't understand that football is a team game, I can finally sit down and say this because the best quarterback just went through this situation, and I can finally break it down. It's finally time to say it. Patrick Mahomes. Welcome to Lamar Jackson's world. Hey, Mahomes, do you like your offensive line? Well, how about we take off two of your offensive linemen, injured, can't play, and have you work with an injured offensive line that's not going to protect you for most of the game? How do you like running for your life, Mahomes? How do you like being constantly pressured? How do you like an offensive line that can't seem to do anything consistently or good at all? How do you like working with that for a whole game? How does that work for you? Next, weapons. How about we have your weapons fail to gain any separation? They can't get separated from these defensive backs worth a damn. They can't get separated. They can't get separated worth a damn. So guess what? Nobody's open. So nobody's getting open. And your offensive line is terrible, so you have to be running for your life to buy time. Let's make it even worse. How about when they do get open, they're dropping passes, crucial passes that could have made an impact to the game? How about we give all that to Patrick Mahomes, who is the best quarterback in the game? I have stated that several times. In my opinion, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the game. Let's give him all of what I just said and see how he does in the game. Interesting. 9 points from the Chiefs offense? 9 points. A team, 9 points from Mahomes? A blowout? That doesn't make sense. I thought Mahomes was running the entire thing. It doesn't matter that his offensive line's bad. It doesn't matter that his weapons aren't catching the ball. Patrick Mahomes is leagues above everybody else in the league. So, obviously he can do it all by himself. It wasn't the Chiefs that, came together and overcame that 24-point lead. It was Patrick Mahomes and Patrick Mahomes early. At least that's what I've been hearing from Chiefs fans. Well, I'm not the diehard Chiefs fans. I'm talking about the arrogant bandwagon Chiefs fans. That's what I've been hearing. So, what can he do? Patrick Mahomes just went through the Lamar Jackson gauntlet and dealt with the same struggles. Because guess what? Everything we just saw Mahomes go through, that's what Lamar has been dealing with the entire season. He dealt with that the entire season. And he dealt with that again in the playoff game in the divisional round against the Bills. Oh, and I didn't even mention this. How about you just have your defense just not show up and just fail to make a stop? How about you work with that and see how you do with that? See, when I try to explain this to people, that this is a team game and everybody has to be locked in, one player does not indicate how everything's going to go. He does not completely impact. Of course, the quarterback is the most important position in the game. But if you don't have receivers making the catch, if you don't have an offensive line blocking for you, if you don't have a defense that can't make stops, you're not winning the game. I've tried to explain this 1,000 times. And when I brought that up, people said, oh, you're just salty. Your quarterback's a running back. He sucks. He can't throw, all this other garbage. And I'm sure there are going to be people that see this, fail to listen to the context of this and actually, absorb and comprehend what I'm trying to say. And they'll just write in the comment section, well, Patrick Mahomes is leagues ahead of Lamar Jackson, so it doesn't even matter. Lamar Jackson's only got one playoff win, and Patrick Mahomes has got a Super Bowl. So does it really matter what you're saying? It's like you're not listening to the fact that I'm talking about. It takes a team to win a Super Bowl in football. Everybody on the offense matters. Everybody on the defense matters. So when everybody doesn't show up, you shouldn't put the blame on one person. Mahomes was complete garbage in this Super Bowl, and it's not his fault. But guess what? When I express that with my quarterback, Lamar Jackson, people just say it's his fault. They ignore his terrible offensive line. They ignore the fact that his center couldn't properly snap a football. They ignored the receivers failing to get open and dropping passes. They ignored all of that and pointed the finger at Lamar Jackson and said, he's the problem. He can't throw. He's the only one. He's the only reason they're losing games. If you put in somebody, you take him out and put in Deshaun Watson, they're winning the Super Bowl, no question. Well, guess what? Mahomes just proved exactly what I've been trying to express to you. It's a team game. It's a team game. If your receivers aren't catching, if your offensive line isn't blocking, Mahomes isn't doing a damn thing because no one else is doing their job, so he can't do his. I've tried to express this so much with my quarterback. But no, everyone wants to put the blame on him and say he's the only one at fault. Instead of just looking at the mistakes Lamar specifically made and giving him the blame for those specific mistakes, they give him the blame for the entire game. That includes whatever the offense failed to do or whatever the defense failed to do. They don't think that they just have a level of bias towards Lamar. But here we have the best quarterback in the league, Patrick Mahomes, getting blown out in the Super Bowl. And I'm sure it's done by now. Let me get started for the recap. But, I just wanted to make this. I wanted to make this to show you exactly what I meant. Welcome to Lamar Jackson's world. And you could bring up how he's leagues ahead and this, and that. It doesn't change my statement. Patrick Mahomes can be the best quarterback by far, in your opinion. If the receivers aren't making the catches and the offensive line isn't going to protect him, there's not a damn thing he can do. So if Mahomes, without an offensive line, and without an offensive line, or good defense, or receivers catching the ball, if he can't take that team and win a game, what the hell do you expect Lamar Jackson to do? And why do we put all the blame on him? Please logically explain to me how it's Lamar Jackson's fault for his offensive line not blocking for him or protecting him, his center not being able to properly snap a football, his receivers not catching the ball or getting open. How is that Lamar Jackson's fault? Patrick Mahomes, if he was there, he would be able to do it. Why couldn't he do it here? You know why? Because at the end of the day, he's still a leader, and he has to galvanize them. But if they're not able to properly do their jobs, Mahomes can't do anything. He can show his leadership skills to try and get these guys motivated, but if the offensive line is just simply not doing the basic things to protect him, Mahomes can't do anything. If the receivers can't get open, Mahomes can't do anything. If the receivers can't catch the football, Mahomes can't do anything. That's how football works. It's a team sport. Stop trying to treat the NFL like it's the NBA, okay? One player cannot completely impact the game to the point where nobody else matters. It doesn't work like that. Everybody needs to show up. Tom Brady played well, and I'm sure they're getting ready to celebrate. But if this defense doesn't shut down Mahomes in the offense, who's to say the Bucs win this game? I'm just saying. It's a team sport. And it sucks that this has to happen to Mahomes, but I hope this wakes people's eyes up. And I hope all the people that are in support of Lamar or in support of a quarterback that's gotten heat for this shit, I hope they come out and they go at these arrogant and bandwagon Chief fans, not the diehards that haven't been saying that. I want the arrogant and the arrogant Chief fans and the bandwagon Chief fans. I want you to go at them and express to them how football actually works. And why, even though Mahomes is the best quarterback, especially those Mahomes fanboys, how even though Mahomes is the best quarterback, if nobody else on the team is doing their job, Mahomes is not doing a damn thing. Because this is a team sport. It's a team game, and everybody has to do their job in order to properly win. Mahomes was the leader in getting them that first Super Bowl, but he didn't do everything. They did it as a team. They came back as a team. And until people understand that, they'll just keep saying stupid stuff. So I'm just glad this happened so people can finally, at least see the truth. And I know everybody arguing for Lamar, please do it. Because now that the best quarterback in the league just had the same experience Lamar has suffered through this entire season, maybe they'll be willing to open their eyes. But anyway, that's all I got. I got to get ready for this Super Bowl. I got to get ready to talk about the Super Bowl. So, yeah, I'll see you there.